Ever feel like you've been somewhere before, even when you haven't? That's exactly how I felt the day I arrived in the city of Ethel. It was supposed to be a simple weekend trip, a chance to escape my boring routine. But from the moment I stepped off the train, something felt off. The air was heavy, and the cobblestone streets seemed to whisper secrets I couldn't quite hear. I found my hotel, a quaint old building called the Silent Sparrow. The receptionist, a woman with eyes that seemed to know everything, handed me a tarnished brass key. "Room 13, she said, her voice a low hum. "Enjoy your stay." But the way she said it felt more like a warning than a welcome. That night, I couldn't sleep. A strange melody, like a forgotten lullaby, drifted through my window. I followed the sound, my feet moving on their own, down the hotel's winding staircase and out into the deserted streets. The city was bathed in an eerie moonlight. The music led me to a small, hidden square I hadn't noticed before. In the center of the square stood a statue, not of a king or a soldier, but of a young woman with a sad smile. At its base, an inscription was carved into the stone. It read, "She waits for the one who remembers." As I touched the cold stone, a jolt, like static electricity, shot up my arm. Images flashed in my mind, a crowded marketplace, the scent of lavender, and a hand slipping from mine. It felt so real, like a memory I had lost. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. I spun around, my heart pounding. It was the hotel receptionist. She wasn't smiling now. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered, her eyes fixed on the statue. "Some memories are best left buried." "What is this place?" I asked, my voice trembling. "Who is she?" "She is the city's lost heart," the woman replied cryptically, "and you are the one who left it behind." Before I could ask more, she pointed back the way I came. "Go back to your room. Forget what you saw tonight. The past is a dangerous place to wander." I walked back to the Silent Sparrow, my mind racing. What did she mean? How could I have been here before? The next morning, I decided to do some research. I went to the local library, a dusty old building filled with the smell of aging paper. I searched for books on Ethel's history, looking for any mention of the statue or a lost heart. I found a very old book, its pages yellowed and brittle. It told the legend of a powerful enchantress who loved a traveler from another time. To keep him with her, she wove a spell over the city, trapping it in a loop, forever repeating the same day. But the traveler, desperate to return to his own time, broke the spell and escaped, shattering her heart and her magic. The enchantress became stone, and the city fell into a quiet slumber, waiting for the traveler to return and remember her. The traveler's name was never mentioned, but the book included a drawing of him. My blood ran cold. The man in the drawing, he looked exactly like me. Was I the traveler? Was this my forgotten past? That night, I went back to the square. The statue of the sad woman seemed to be looking right at me, her stone eyes pleading. "I'm here," I whispered, not sure who I was talking to. "I don't understand everything, but I think I remember you." As I spoke those words, the air began to shimmer. The statue's stone face softened, and a faint, warm light glowed from within its chest. The melody I'd heard before returned, but this time it was clearer, filled with hope. The receptionist appeared at the edge of the square, a genuine smile finally on her face. "The cycle is broken," she said softly. "You remembered." The city of Ethel seemed to breathe a collective sigh of relief. The heavy feeling was gone, replaced by a sense of peace. I didn't know what would happen next, or if I would ever see the enchantress again. But as I stood there in the moonlit square, I knew one thing for sure. This strange city was my story, and my adventure was just beginning. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more English learning adventures.